This is a Mining Interactive video production.
This is mininginteractive.com. I'm your host, Denise Poole, and right now we are sitting here with Oliver Frank. Hello, Oliver. How are you?
Hi, Dennis. Pleasure being here.
Yes, thank you. Now, Oliver is the president and CEO of Silver Capital AG. So before we get started with our interview questions, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about your background?
Yeah, I will do. I started in 1994 as a journalist and independent analyst, covering mainly the precious metal sector in Germany, in Europe. And I put out the first book about North American mining companies in 1995. That book was sold about 500 times, mainly German-speaking countries, Germany, Switzerland, Austria as well. And being in the sector now for the last 5 to 10 years, I started to do more and more roadshows, investor relations stuff for some companies, come over to Germany, present their story to investors, list over 100 companies on the German markets. And that was the reason why I set up about 2 years ago my own company, which is Silver Capital AG, as the first German company being focused on silver.
Great. Yeah, now, like you said, your company is based solely on silver, but you have both projects and investments. Can you explain the structure of the company?
Yes. The structure is, it's like set up like a silver fund. The first idea was really a silver fund, but we found it very complicated on the legal basis just to set up a German-based silver fund. That's the reason why we formed a German Incorporated. And now the structure is 2/3. It's like a silver fund. We invest in different companies, mainly in junior companies, listed companies, some pre-IPO investments, but 1/3 is going directly into some projects where we're just developing some old historical mines, want to build up resources and definitely bring it in production sometimes.
Now, I believe you have projects in both Canada and Finland. Can you tell us about these?
Yes, the first project was a deal in Canada. I did with a TSX listed company called Globex Mining. And the project they have is close to Montreal, about half an hour to drive. It's near Sherbrooke, just about 7 kilometers outside. It's an old historical copper producing mine, an underground mine. And it wasn't explored for the last 10, 15 years. And what we have done this summer, we went there, we did some IP surveys, some basic exploration work, and we're looking at a lot of old data we got from Noranda and a few other companies. And the other project is in Finland, that's in central Finland. It's an old project from Outokumpu, which was the state-owned mining company for quite a long time. And it got private in the last 4 or 5 years. That means more and more foreign companies could go into their database, look for projects and get involvement. And we took over 100% from a private Finnish company called Apofas. And the deal is on an open pit mine, which was in production at the end of the 80s. And we have done there this summer also geophysical work, some sampling work too.
So as you sort of mentioned a little bit before, you have investments in junior companies. I know you invest in ones such as First Majestic Silver and Mexican Silver Mines. So can you tell us why you're invested in companies like these?
Yes. We invested up to now in about 20-25 different kind of companies. Mainly junior companies, some mid-sized companies like First Majestic, that's a producer in Mexico. They produce annually about 3-4 million ounces right now. And the other company, Mexican Silver, I just went down to Mexico in November to see their projects by my own and see what's going on these 3 or 4 projects they have. And I was quite excited to see what kind of work they're doing there. They did just some drilling as we went down. And I try to do and see most of these projects where I invested money with my company and get a different idea, like having something on paper and just seeing their share price every day.
Yes, of course. Why don't you tell us more about the capital structure and how you plan to raise more funding for your company?
We started typically as a German Incorporated, just raising 200,000 euros, issuing 200,000 shares at €1. We did one capital increase. That means we increased the capital by 400,000 shares at €2. That means up to now we raised €1 million for the company. We are doing right now the last pre-IPO financing, issue another up to 2 million shares at 250. That means that will bring up the capital to 6 million euros. And then we are looking for the IPO mid this year on the Frankfurt market. But then we are looking for a dual listing here in North America and in the UK too.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Oliver, for speaking with us today. I look forward to hearing more on the success of your company.
Thanks a lot, and I will come back for sure.
To learn more about Silver Capital AG, you can visit their website at www.silvercapital.de. For mininginteractive.com, I'm Denise Poole.